My name is Hitesh Nagarasheth. I am from Manavara. So last class we discussed about a topic from 10th standard, that is triangles. In triangles we already discussed about what is meant by triangles, similarity of triangles, and some of the similarity criteria of triangles, and also we discussed about area of similarity triangles. So let us move on to the next topic, that is Pythagoras theorem. So before we have to move on to the Pythagoras theorem, we have to know one of the theorem which is very much needed for the proof of Pythagoras theorem. So let us take that one. So that one is the theorem 6.7. So let us take theorem 6.7. Theorem 6.7. Yes. So in Pythagoras theorem and here in this theorem, so we have to take the right angle triangle only. So better to know that one, only right angle triangle. Here we are only dealing with right angle triangle only. So already we know that one. So that is, in right angle triangle we are taking it as a hypotenuse. The opposite of right angle we are taking it as a hypotenuse. So opposite side of that right angle. So that one is a hypotenuse. We already know that one. With the help of that one, so we have to learn this theorem. So the theorem, the statement of the theorem is, if a perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of the right angle of a right triangle, then the triangles on the both sides of the perpendicular is similar to the whole triangle and each other. So let us take the statement of that one. If a perpendicular is drawn from the vertex of right angle of a right triangle of a right triangle to the hypotenuse. So that means when you draw a perpendicular, any line from the vertex of the right angle triangle means it goes up to the hypotenuse only. That is, to the hypotenuse. Then the triangles formed on the both sides of perpendicular, both sides of perpendicular are similar to the whole triangle, are similar to the whole triangle and each other. Yes. So very big statement it is. So when you know the diagram, so you can write very easily. So let us take the diagram. From the diagram only we have to explain, or we have to write the statement. Yes. So here we need a right angle triangle. Also we have to draw a perpendicular from the vertex of the right angle. Yes, here I will take the right angle like this according to your textbook, and for reference, easy reference, I will write like this here. Yes. So this is a right angle triangle. Yes. Here we have a right angle triangle. ABC. I will take ABC here. And right angle at angle A here. Then after that what we have to do, we have to draw a perpendicular to the hypotenuse from the vertex of that right angle. Here the vertex of this right angle is A, so from that one we have to draw a perpendicular. Yes, here I have drawn a perpendicular like this. So here is a triangle, right angle triangle. Here it is also a right angle here. So then here just observe here, from the perpendicular the whole triangle is splits into two separate triangles. Also here we have to prove that this small triangle is similar to whole triangle ABC, and this small triangle is similar to whole triangle ABC. After that we have one axiom, that is one postulate, that is things which are equal to the same things which are equal to one another. So that's why this triangle is similar to whole triangle, and this triangle is similar to whole triangle. So that's why we can take this triangle and this triangle. These two triangles are also similar. So we have to prove this thing. So let us take the proof. So firstly we have to write the given things. Given. What are the given things here? So here triangle ABC. Triangle ABC is a right triangle. That is, triangle ABC is a right triangle, right angled at A. So this is the given things, it is enough. Then after that we have to draw a perpendicular. So that one is the construction. So let us take the construction here. Construction. What is the construction? Here we have to draw AM. I will take this as M. AM is perpendicular to BC. Draw AM perpendicular to BC. Then what we have to prove? So let us take to prove. Here it is given that the triangle formed on the both sides of a perpendicular are similar to whole triangle. That means this small triangle is similar to whole triangle, this small triangle is similar to whole triangle, and this triangle and this triangle, those two are similar. So that one also we have to prove. That is, triangle ABM is similar to triangle ABC. Then also triangle AMC, let us take ACM, is similar to triangle ABC. And also just observe here, things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. So from that we can take triangle ABM is similar to triangle ACM. So this one we have to prove. When we prove those two things, we can easily take this one. So let us take the proof here. Proof. Here it is quite simple, that is, just observe here, we have to prove triangle ABM is similar to triangle ABC. Let us take those two triangles, consider those two triangles, and what are the equalities possible, take that one. So from the suitable criterion, we have to prove those two triangles are similar. Consider this and this like this we have to take. So firstly I will take triangle ABM and triangle ABC. Consider triangle ABM and triangle ABC. Yes. So what are the equalities are there? Here just observe angle B. Here angle B belongs to the both the triangles. So that's why we can take this angle. So here from the ABM we have to write angle ABM is equal to angle. So for the whole triangle it is ABC because it is common angle. Then here just observe, here it is 190 degrees there, here 190 degrees there. So here it is 90 degrees. So both are equal? Yes, obviously. So let us take that one. Angle BAC. So here I will take angle BMA is equal to angle BAC is equal to 90 degree. So from AA similarity criterion we can take those two triangles are similar. And another inequalities are there. So just observe here, AB is the common for both the things, both the triangles. Here it is, there is no any needed for that one. So also we can write from AA similarity criterion, from AA similarity criterion, we can write triangle ABM is similar to triangle ABC. Yes, so we have the first proof. Also you can write AB is equal to AB, so that one is also possible. But here just observe, but for the other things there is no inequality. If it is, we have the other things it is equal, so then we can take it as a congruent. But here it is impossible. So there is no any needed for that one. Yes, then after that we have to take the second proof, that is ACM and ABC. So let us consider those two triangles. So here I will consider this equation number 1. Then next one, it is consider triangle ACM and triangle ABC. So consider those two things. What are the equalities are there? Just observe, angle C is common for both the things, both the triangles. Let us take that one. For ACM, angle ACM is equal to angle ACB because it is common angle. Then here one is the 90 degree, it is possible. Here angle BAC is equal to angle AMC. So let us take those things. Angle AMC is equal to angle BAC is equal to 90 degree. Both are corresponding parts of those two triangles. And then here also the same. Also we have AC is equal to AC. Those two are equal. So those AC is the common side for both the triangles. But here what are the other things? It is impossible. So that's why you can neglect that one. Yes. So from AA similarity criterion. From AA similarity criterion, we can take triangle ACM. Triangle ACM is similar to triangle ABC. I will consider this as equation number 2. So from equation number 2, things which are equal to the same things are equal to one another. So that's why those two triangles on the either side of the perpendicular are similar. That is, from equation 1 and 2 we have triangle ABM. Triangle ABM is similar to triangle ACM. So we have the proof. So this proof is very important for the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so for the Pythagoras theorem, sometimes in examination also you have the question based on this one, but here it is very important for the Pythagoras theorem. From the Pythagoras theorem point of view, only this is important. So there we have a same diagram, and there we have a perpendicular, and there we have to take the sum of the similarities, and then we have to take some of the ratios of corresponding sides. So that's why here it is very important for the Pythagoras theorem. That's why you have to know these things. So let us take the Pythagoras theorem here. Yes. So let us take the theorem 6.8 or Pythagoras theorem. So using theorem 6.7 we have to prove this theorem. So it is very important. So for the examination point of view, so you have to write for the 4 marks in the examination. It's a must and should. So let us take the 4 star of this for this question. So that means it is completely in your pocket only. Yes. So let us take the theorem 6.8 or Pythagoras theorem. Theorem 6.8 or in bracket I will write this one, Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Yes. So we already know about this part, that is already I told you that we are continuing, so completely we are dealing with right angles here. Here in right angle, the square of the hypotenuse side is equal to the sum of squares of other two sides of a right angle triangle. So this is the statement of Pythagoras theorem. So let us take the statement of Pythagoras theorem. That is, in a right triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of squares of other two sides. That means here we want a right angle triangle. So after that we have to take a square of a hypotenuse which is equal to the sum of squares of other two sides. So let us consider a right angle triangle, and after that we have to prove this theorem. So let's take one right angle triangle. I already told you that. So here we have a help from the theorem 6.7. So that's why we have to write the triangle as I drawn in the previous theorem. So let us take the right angle triangle here. So here, so it's a right angle at so let us take the right angle triangle here. Yes. So I will take this as ABC. ABC. So here it is right angle at B. Here I have taken the right angle at B. Yes. So given. So what are the given terms here? Firstly, we have to write the given things. Given, that is ABC is right triangle right angled at B. Yes. Then what we have to prove here? To prove. So what we have to prove here? Just observe, it's a right angle, means the opposite of this right angle. So we have a hypotenuse. So hypotenuse AC square is equal to AC square. So this hypotenuse square is equal to AB square plus BC square. It is AB square plus BC square. So here we have to prove this one. So for that we have to take a construction. That means only from this one we can't take that one. So we want some of the similarity criterion. So for that we have to make some construction. So that one is the, so we have to draw a perpendicular here. So here it is a help from the previous theorem. That one is a, here we have to draw a perpendicular. Here that parallelogram, that perpendicular line splits this complete triangle into two parts, two different triangles or two similar triangles, so that each triangle is similar to the complete triangle and also each other. So we know that one. So that's why we have to draw a perpendicular BM. So let us take it as BM. So draw a perpendicular BM is perpendicular to the hypotenuse AC. So that is, let's take the construction. Draw BM perpendicular to AC. So here it is a construction. So let us move on to the proof. So here we have a perpendicular we draw here. So also we know the relationship, that is, so after taking the perpendicular here we have two triangles. Individually both triangles are similar to the whole triangle. So here we want to whole triangle, so that's why we have to equate, we have to take the similarity between the small triangle and the whole triangle here. So consider the small triangle and the whole triangle, that is BM, ABM and ABC. So let's take the proof. So that is, so here take triangle ABM similar to triangle ABC, because theorem 6.7. From 6.7 we know that one, that is when we draw a perpendicular, from the vertex of the right angle of a right angle triangle, the triangles formed both sides of the perpendicular equally similar to the whole triangle we have. So from that one we have to consider some of the similarities. What are the similarities? That means similarity condition is corresponding angles are equal and corresponding sides are proportional. Here we have to take the corresponding sides are proportional. For that we have to take some of the corresponding sides. Yes. So how can we take that one? Better to write in the rough. So here ABM. So here I will take like this ABM. Yes, here AB, here right angle at M here. So ABM like this. So here ABM, and then let us take the another right angle triangle here. Yes. So there we have B here, and A is common for both, so that's why we have to take A here, and here it is C. So after that we can easily take the similarity. Yes. So let us take the corresponding sides are proportional. How can we take AM by AB? That is AM by AB is equal to, here AM by AB is equal to then AB by AC. Here AB by AC. Yes. So just observe here, in this case, so when you transpose this AB here, we get AB square. So because one of the part of the proof we have AB square, that's why we get AB square here. So that's why we can transpose all the things here in the denominator, we can transpose to the opposite side. Here what happens? AM into AC. AM into AC is equal to AB square. Take this as equation number 1. So then consider another small triangle. So BMC and ABC. So triangle BMC is similar to triangle ABC. So because of theorem 6.7. So let us take BMC here. Here I will take BMC. Here just observe here. So it's a right angle at M here. Here right angle at B. It is correct. And C is a common for those things. Here it is. We have to take C and BC. And here we have those two triangles BMC and AMC. So that's why what we have to take here just observe. Here BC is a common. So that's why BC we have to take. So that means here we have to take this corresponding side and this corresponding side. So at that time we can take BC square. We have BC square in that time. Yes. So how can we take? Firstly I will take this one, MC. MC divided by BC is equal to here BC divided by AC. BC divided by AC. So here, so after that we have to transpose the things here, that is MC into AC is equal to BC square. I will take this as equation number 2. So So here just observe, here it is AB square is there, here it is BC square is there. So here we want AB square plus BC square, AB square plus BC square. Let us add those two things. So after that we get in the RHS side we have AB square plus BC square. So that's why adding equation 1 and equation 2. Yes, what we have, so here I will write. Yes, so here AM into AC. So from the first thing AM into AC plus MC into AC. That is AM into AC plus MC into AC. That is MC into AC is equal to, here from the RHS side we have AB square plus BC square. AB square plus BC square. Yes. So here just observe AM into AC, MC into AC. That means AC is common for both these things. So that's why take AC common here. So when you take AC common here, it remains only AM, and plus here it remains MC is equal to AC AB square plus BC square. Yes. So then here just observe AM plus MC together we get AC. So that is AC into AC is equal to AB square plus BC square. Because how we get this one? AM plus MC is equal to AC. Because from the diagram. So then AC into AC is equal to AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. We have our required formula. That is, we can use this formula to calculate many number of problems. There are many problems are there, so we can use to find out from the Pythagoras theorem. It is a very famous formula, so we can use many situations. We are using this formula in many situations. Yes, so I hope you understood that. So here we have proved this formula from the help of theorem 6.7. Let us take the first problem. The first problem tells us that a ladder is placed against a wall such that it put at a distance of 3 meters from the wall, and its top reaches a window 4 meters above the ground. Find the length of the ladder. So here it's one of the real situation. That means here a wall is there. From the ground we have a window. From the ground up to the 4 meters. So at a distance of 4 meters we have a window. So here I will write the wall. This is a wall here. Yes, this is a wall. And here at this point we have a window. Yes. And yes. So here we have a ladder placed against the wall. Against the wall at a distance of 3 meters. That means, so at a distance of 3 meters. At a distance of 3 meters, we place the wall to reach the window. So that means here it is a ladder. Here it is a ladder. Yes, here it is a ladder. So I will name this one. So here it is A and B and it is C. It's a wall, and at a height of 4 meters we have a window, and against the wall we place the ladder to reach the window. So it is at a distance of 3 meters. So that means here just observe, it's a right angle triangle. Right angle at B. So at the opposite side, exactly the opposite of this right angle, we have hypotenuse AC. And we have to find out this distance. That means here find the length of the ladder we have to find out. This AC length we have to find out. And here we have this other two sides. So how can we find out that one? Using Pythagoras theorem. So here we have the diagram, and then we have to solve this problem. So here we have AB. AB means it's a distance between the ground and the window. So AB, here AB is the distance between ground and window. So AB is equal to 4 meter we have. Then BC is the ladder, is the distance between the foot of the ladder and the wall. So here BC is the distance between foot of the ladder and wall. And then BC is equal to 3 centimeters, 3 meters. And then, so what we have to find here? Length of the ladder. That is, AC is the length of the ladder. AC is the length of the ladder. So AC we have to find out. So let us find out the value. So because using the Pythagoras theorem, that is from Pythagoras theorem. So from Pythagoras theorem, we can write AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So already proved this one. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So here it is, length of the ladder, and AB is the distance between the ground and the window, and BC is the distance between the foot of the ladder and the wall. So substitute all this given things. That is AC square, and this is unknown. AB, what is the value of AB here? 4. It is 4 square plus BC. BC is equal to 3 meter 3 square is equal to 4 square is equal to 16 plus 3 square is equal to 9 is equal to 25. That is AC square is equal to 25. Then what is my AB? AC is equal to square root of 25. Yes, square root of 25. Here it is, the two chances are there. One is the minus 5, another one is the plus 5. One is the minus 5, another one is the plus 5. Just look at here. So it's a distance. Distance can't be negative. So that's why we can't take negative minus 5 centimeters. So that's why plus 5 centimeter is enough. So here it is, two values you can take here. AC is equal to 5 centimeter. Sorry, it's a 5 meter. So AC is equal to 5 meter is the answer. So the length of the ladder is 5 centimeters. Therefore, the length of the ladder is 5 meters. So we have. So just observe here 3, 4 and 5. So we are already known that one is a Pythagorean triplets. In 8th standard we learned that one. Pythagorean triplets, that is 3, 4, 5 is the Pythagorean triplets. So because of the Pythagoras theorem only we got that one. So that's why we consider it as a Pythagorean triplet. So this is the solution of this problem. So let us take the next problem. Yes. So let us take the sum of the homeworks. So here it is. Sides of the triangles are given below. Determine which of the following are right triangles. Write the length of the hypotenuse. So here there are some of the Pythagorean triplets are there. So we have to find out. So using Pythagoras theorem. That means here there are 3 lengths are given. So from that you have to take some of the lengths as a hypotenuse and some of the lengths as other sides. So here, as usual, commonly the higher length is of hypotenuse only. Commonly we have a higher length. When we have a right angle triangle, the higher length is hypotenuse only. So that's why. So in that, what are the higher lengths are there? So that one is the hypotenuse. Also, we have to verify the Pythagoras theorem. for all these conditions, and then you have to measure. So you have to verify all those. We have to determine which of the following is which of these conditions is the right angle triangles, And then the second last problem is a ladder 10 meter long reaches a window 8 meter above the ground. So that means here the ladder length is given and window. So the distance between window and ground it is given. So we have to find out the distance between foot of the ladder and the base of the wall. So this is the very similar questions what we discussed in the last problem. So that this is the problem we already solved. So try to solve this problem also. So I hope you understood these things. So in next classes we have to learn some of the higher problems on the basis of this Pythagoras theorem. Also we have another theorem we have to prove. That one is the converse of this Pythagoras theorem. So let us learn in the next class. So I hope you understood these things. So those who are watching this video for the first time, please subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. You can get the notification very easily. Also hit the like button. Thank you one and all. Be safe and stay home.